I met him in the club in Newport in sort of end of November, sort of 2008, and sort of went out together, sort of on and off, about a year and a half. During the time, finding out he sort of had many other girlfriends. Yeah, then November, he stole a large amount of money from my account.
Can we ask how much money?
About 3,500.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah. Then he sort of phoned up the next day and told me he had it all. And then a few days later, basically turned around and said he'd spent it all paying off his coke debts.
Also, he was a drug addict as well.
Yes, for about 6 years. I then found out he'd filmed us having sex by sewing sort of cameras into his clothes.
Really?
Yeah. Then sort of after that, they're sort of blackmailing, sort of saying he was going to send the videos to sort of friends, family, post it on sort of YouTube, and sort of threats if I didn't start paying up. Sort of he needed money. He done about 200 quid a day in coke.
Right.
And he's on the dole, so can afford it. When it sort of all started, the blackmail and threats, then it was very swift, sort of very scared, sort of terrified of what was going to happen, sort of to me, to friends, family. Then obviously, when I started sort of trying to play up or say, sort of I get the police involved, it was, oh, well, if I get hurt, you're going to get hurt. We couldn't stay together, but we couldn't stay apart.
Okay.
It was very complicated, nobody got it.
Okay.
But, yeah. So if he was nice, he was very nice, and it was fine. And then as soon as I tried to refuse paying him money or not as much as he wanted, sort of threats would start, blackmailing. And then sort of threatened about the police, and he'd sort of say about that nothing could be led back to him because everything he tried to do through his friend's account. So if the police did find out, then his friend would get into trouble instead.
How much debt did he put you into?
Worked out about 16,000. I felt I had no one to turn to. I didn't want my parents finding out. A few friends knew, told me to tell the police.
How did your family react to this? I mean, I assume you told them.
Well, they did. Well, so my dad found out because I got forced to take our phone contracts, and he found some of the unpaid bills. Obviously, I had no money, so I couldn't pay them, and I basically refused to tell him to start with what happened. So I told him, and my mum sort of kept it together pretty well. My dad sort of basically broke down.
Okay.
Sort of for a few days until sort of he knew sort of more what was happening and how he could deal with it.
Right.
No, but now sort of my parents trying to pay sort of off debts and different bits, so sort of now their money.
So now they're really helping you out now? Just
Yeah.
after all this?
Yeah, I did as much as I can. They're just sort of worried about sort of my safety, and when I got the police involved over the Easter holidays, it was sort of they sort of advise, sort of go back, grab everything, make it look like you've just gone.
Right.
So that when he finds out, he doesn't have a clue, change your number, change email addresses, change everything.
What would you say to other girls that might have the same issues?
To come forward as quickly as they can, because there are people that will actually help.